The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriots' creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents. I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free. I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you. What? The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they've formed.
Good lord, the melodrama. Frickin' doves or pigeons in the background. He throws the sword up in the air like that to cut my stupid handcuffs. Give me a break. And this story got very confusing very quickly. I will do my best to interpret exactly what's going on with the Patriots and everyone else during the final credits, because we have a battle here to do against Solidus. We finally get to take on the big baddie himself. Well, this is not a very difficult battle. Basically what you need to do is just dodge a couple of different attacks, and your blade is actually pretty good at doing that. So just get very close to him and guard with your blade holding L1, and then when he kicks or attacks you, then what you can do is get a counter attack in, unless he blows you up with missiles. You can dodge those as well with your little flip attack. And he will jump around occasionally and also sprint around and start fire somehow. Not exactly sure how he's doing that. Friction, I guess. Here at, what did he say? Independence Hall, or not Independence Hall. I don't know what this is. Federal Hall. Some national landmark. I don't know my history that great. The first place that George Washington took office. There is a ration over in the corner on the roof here if you do need it. I don't think I will. I'm doing pretty well here. And of course you can do this non-lethal if you want. I prefer to just kill him. We're gonna give in to the Patriots and actually do what they want, and that is kill Solidus, and that's mainly because we have to. He's not giving us any choice. Now, you can also fall off the edge there of the roof, so be careful. Okay, I'm gonna dodge. And slash him a couple times in the back. Now, the best thing to do is to slash twice, do an up and then a side slash, and then actually push the stick in to do the lunge attack, so the fencing attack, and you should get a third attack in.
Good work, Jack. This is where it gets interesting.
Alright, so now we're in the second part of the battle, and for some reason the Patriots have decided to call us.
Right, you have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. We're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
Man, it couldn't be any creepier. They have to give Rose those white eyes occasionally. Alright, so now we're in the second part of the battle here, which means that Solidus is going to do a couple different things. I mean, he doesn't really do much different. He just lost his little Doc Ock arms. And the main difference is now he will do multiple little charges here with his fire, and after he does it 3 times, he'll do a slash attack. So you want to block and make sure you're also facing him in order to dodge that. As I said, as long as you avoid the fire and constantly block in this battle and have a ration or 2, you should be fine. Of course, he's proving me wrong here in that he's beating me down very quickly. That overhand slash that he does is actually unblockable. He's almost dead. Come on. 1 or 2 more hits. Ugh. Oh, man.
What's wrong with you?
Just die. Come on, kill him! Yes! Got him! Lord, look at that blood.
No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you.